it's not very good quality, please work with me. I'm just starting out.
Hi everyone. So this is my first video I've ever made, so I'm probably going to be, well, not ever made, but like this type of video. So I'm probably going to be super awkward, so I really apologize for that. I've got you set up in a pretty good spot, I think, so hopefully that kind of helps some of the awkwardness.
Sorry, she easily distracts me.
So I am redoing my makeup kit and trying to find different items that I like, the reviews of them, how I like them, and then after this you'll kind of see the full face of all of these products. Not everything I'm trying is new. The products that I am going to be trying today is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Now I did used to use this when I was younger, but I was oilier then, and right now I get super dry, except for like my nose and my forehead. So I'm going to see how this goes. I, however, am also going to be mixing it with oil today, which I know is probably going to be super confusing because why would you want oil drops in something that's matte? But since I already know how it works being matte, I know that it's an awesome foundation for oily skin and things like that, so I'm not really too concerned on that aspect. I am more wanting to find out how I like it as a matte and dewy foundation, so that way I can put it in my kit and not have to have tons of different things in it. So for that, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Booster Drops. It's kind of hard to see that with the glass, but these mainly are just going to give a little bit more hydration and mainly just be a good oil to put in the foundation to make it more dewy, and that is also going to give it a little less coverage as well. So kind of keep that in mind if you do this yourself, that the oil of course is going to dilute the foundation, so if you still want a good full coverage, then definitely keep in mind your ratio. Today I think I'm going to try the Ulta pencil because I've heard really good reviews about this. I used the ColourPop one the other day and I was not a fan at all, so hopefully this goes better. And then I am trying the e.l.f. Booster Drops. If they don't work and I'm not really liking how it's like swatching on my hand at all, then I'm also going to try the Tarte Maracuja oil, and I've heard really good things about this as well, and one of my coworkers like pretty much made me buy this because she raved about it, so if it's bad, it's her fault. So yeah, that's pretty much the only things I'm trying out, so let's get started on the video. I've done my skincare and waited about half an hour to an hour before I've done this, so that way everything's soaked in really good, and that way my makeup will lay nicer as well. So before I did the Enzyme Cleansing Gel, usually I use something like with a glycolic base in it, but I recently just had a peel and microderm done. Shout out to Katie Bennett. My skin looks wonderful and I love it. I'm going to be using products that aren't as harsh on my skin just because I have been doing that.
Or more sensitive products, less sensitive products.
So after I cleansed in the shower, I then go in with my Mario Badescu Rose Water. Badescu, I always say it wrong, but that's just kind of my toner. It hydrates me as well. And then I got a little sample of this Murad Recovery Serum, so I am trying that. I've only been using it for like a couple of weeks, but there's a lot of it in that sample, so that's awesome. And then I am also going to be using the It's Potent Eye Cream, or I have been using that for probably a few months now. Absolutely have fell in love with it, so that is why I've stuck with it so often. Usually I don't stick with eye creams for that long because they're super tacky, so I hate putting my makeup on right after, or there's just something about them, they make my eyes sting, something that I don't like, but this one I actually really love. And then the last is the Pore Rescue from Murad. It is a moisturizer, and that kind of completes my hydration and skincare routine. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go into my makeup. The first thing I'm going to use is my Pure Miracle Mist. This is just going to hydrate me even more, especially because we're in Iowa and it's dry. It's dry. And then after I spray my Miracle Mist, I don't know if I necessarily want to use a primer today. I probably will use my Tarte primer, just because this is, like I said, going to be diluted with oil, and I'm a little bit more oily than I'd like to be in my T-zone. So this is the Tarte Shape Tape Pore and Prime Balm. This has been one of the only products I found that I actually like with my oily skin, because it doesn't leave this like dry residue that turns my foundation dry, but it keeps me matte throughout the day. So I love that. And then let's go in with our foundation that we're trying today. I don't even have it open because this is the first time actually trying it. This is not going to be the right color because, as you can probably see, I'm two different colors right now. But it was Reach Spray Tan Week. So
I am just really gonna put in just like, are you serious? Okay, not up to a good start off. This oil is super weird. How it came out, it was almost like silica oil. That makes sense. But it's a little strange. Okay.
I think this is even too light for my natural color, but you know what? This is the color we have, so we're gonna make it work and think. I'm not loving this e.l.f. oil. I don't want to be too quick to judge it, but I don't know. I feel like it could have done better. If you have dry skin, you can definitely tell when something is not going to be beneficial to you, because the second it goes on, you feel already like tight, and definitely how my face is feeling compared to my neck. And then again, this concealer is going to be way too light, but this is the new ColourPop concealer. It is advertised as a full coverage foundation or concealer, and I would normally kind of put that as like it's like a medium to full coverage concealer. It's not going to be like prestige quality full coverage, but this one actually is. This one holds up to what it's saying very well. I have some Milani setting powder that's a little too dark for me. Probably even this isn't going to save us today, but still, it's something. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush to really pat that on. Normally I use loose setting powders when I'm setting my makeup. I don't even think this is actually, I think it is advertised as a finishing powder, maybe. No, this is advertised as powder foundation. Definitely not the coverage of powder foundation that I would be looking for. So I use it as just a finishing powder. And since this is too dark for me, normally I can kind of add some color to this starkness that we've got going.
Starkness just made me think of like Game of Thrones, Ned Stark. And I'm like, oh, cute.
And with my Hoola bronzer, and I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush because I'm not trying to really do anything with this but warm my skin up. So that is why we are just kind of haphazardly going with this. You can always blend away your mistakes.
And at the end of the day, it's just makeup, so if you can't blend it away, rock it. It's art, okay?
Because I actually want some structure to my face, I don't just want this bronzed look, I am going to go in with my Lorac contour powder, but I'm actually going to use the medium. And I am just going to go along this area. Now I'm not going to go down the whole way. I'm going to kind of stop in this section right here. This is just a lighter powder in my Lorac contour kit that's just going to help to brighten the under eyes. I think I'm going to contour my nose today. I don't always, but sometimes I kind of like to. But so I'm just going to kind of go right in here versus the side of my nose is like right here, but go right in here. So that way you can create that line there. And then I don't mind to have a little button nose. I feel like it makes my jewelry pop more. So we create a button nose. And then I'm just gonna blend the center of my eyebrows in with the nose so that way everything blends seamlessly. Then I'm going to go in with my Becca Jaclyn Hill palette. This, if I can open it. I tend to get really crazy on this side and keep it together on this side. So this side has to get fixed a lot. We're not all perfect. So to fix that, I just always go in. You can see this is a loved palette. You can barely get the sides. But I am just going to come back in with this and highlight that area to kind of just get it together. I'm going to go in with my highlight. Now since I am so bronzed, I feel like it won't look too funky if I can open it. I wear this, I really never get to because I am so pale 24/7. It's kind of I haven't always been crazy about fan brushes because I don't get as precise as I would necessarily want to when I use a fan brush. But if it's days where it's not really a crazy look, that I don't really need to be precise, then I go with it. If you have a lot of texture, you might be kind of nervous about highlighters. I used to be as well. The main thing you just want to do is just highlight areas where you're not textured in. You can still highlight your nose, you can still, you know, highlight a little bit of your forehead or things, but just don't texture the areas your blemishes are, your texture is. And a good thing as well is don't use a fan brush for that. Use one of these little fluffy brushes so that way you can get more precise and you're not having to put it all over where your texture is. I am going to try my little Ulta Beauty eyebrow pencil that I got. This probably won't be a really cute angle or anything, so I'll be back after my brows are done. Okay, so we've gained some eyebrows and a Lucy. She is doing this on camera. I am so sorry. So I am using the Milani Earthy Elements palette. I am first going to go in with this one here. It has a little bit of shimmer, but not as much as this one, and I just want a light color to just put in my lids. But this way I can actually blend a lot easier. Okay, so once that's on there, I'm going to go in with the second shade here. It's more of a brownish red. And I'm just going to kind of put that in my crease. I'm not really concentrating any place that it's on. I'm just getting that buffed in. Of course, where I start with my brush is right in my crease, so that's where the bulk of the color is. But then I just kind of keep blending in and out. And then I'm going to go in with the orange. I love orange on my eyes. And then with your fancy dancy blender brush, you're going to go back in and just blend, blend, blend. And then I'm going to go with what's left of this and go underneath. This just kind of creates like a soft connector under the eyes without having to do too much. Alright, so then I'm just going to blend these edges, make sure everything comes together, and then bam. So I'm going to go in with, I'm pretty sure it's the Champagne Pop. No, wait. No, this is Prosecco Pop. I'm going to go in with that one. It's just more of a gold undertone. Champagne Pop has more of a pink undertone. I'm not really doing too much with this. I packed it in the area where I had no shadow already, and then I'm just kind of blending up on the lid. And then to finish it, I just like to put some in the corners of my eyes. It makes them really pop. It's just kind of fun. To finish the complete eye look off, I'm going to highlight my brow bone. Okay, Okay, so lashes are on, and then I finished off my eyes with some black liner in my waterline just to connect those tracks, and then I also added some mascara on my lower lashes. I don't want to do too much with my lips because I want my focus to be my eyes, so I'm going to go in with my Melt Cosmetics lip liner in Modest. This is a Lancome lipstick. I wish I owned all the Lancome lipsticks because they're amazing. Set with my setting spray. I'm going to be using the Glam Glow Glow Setter. Again, I don't even know if this is a thing they still make. I hope so. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like this does the most beneficial of actually making my makeup stay. However, I do love the glow it puts on. Plus, I'm not really too concerned because I set my makeup with powder, I set of all that, so really nothing's gonna fall off. Okay, that is the look. I have tried out, I think, every product I want to. I am definitely returning the NYX pencil and going with the Ulta Beauty brand because I love them. They're awesome. So I'm super excited about that. Get to try something a little different. Other than that, I really like everything. Fortunately, I think I am going to be taking back the e.l.f. Cosmetics oil. I'm not the biggest fan of it, definitely compared to that Tarte Maracuja oil, which I was kind of expecting, but you always got to try just in case. But that is the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Bye!
I just do what I want to do, which is how we should all be.